Hello everybody, welcome back to Weighted to Win. Hope it's been good for you so far. It's been good for the Weighted to Win team, I've got to tell you. Those that have been following us on Twitter, at Weighted to Win's our handle, or those that have been joining WhatsApp, the WhatsApp group's flying, and we are putting more and more groups together through the admin department, and thank you so much for joining. And we also, of course, on 4racing.tv as well. Well, I say they did well. Well, we had a nice win at the start of the week because we managed to put the bipod together, and the boys put this up. And I think we collected a good 1,100% in profit. We won 5,500 Rand for 486 Rand spend. So that was a good start. And then just at Turfentine on Tuesday, the boys got the pick six. And that spent 288 Rand. It paid 4,500. That's the equivalent of about 1,600% in terms of profit. Well, let's hope that form continues. Darren and Daryl are the boys that are putting it all together, and it's good to hear their assessment. Darren, it's good to have you on the show, the first of 8 at Greyville. And I see, whilst we're recording this at 10 o'clock this morning, this horse Act Naturally, top of the boards at 22-10 joint, of course, with a first-timer from the Peter Muscat stable that I want to ask you about, called Shanta's Pride.
Yes, touching on your first time at Shanta's Pride, the dam, Cassie O'Malley, she ran a place in the Flamboyant Stakes Grade 3. So I don't think she's thrown much, but there has been market support and can't be ignored. And of the race runners, Act Naturally and She's Not Easy, they both paced it out with each other last time out and faded out of contention late. They both step up in trip. They have to both be considered as well.
Okay, we'll put them both in the play. Let's go to Daryl Marina and talk to Daryl. How's it going your side? Did well yesterday.
Great
You got
to
the
be
pick
back.
six.
Thanks,
well done.
Thank you very much.
Right, first race, how do we start?
Continues.
Yeah, absolutely.
First race, how do we start? Well, we're going to be starting with the bipod.
Okay.
But we've played a bit wide here. We've opted for the safe route, Clyde. You know that Act Naturally and She's Not Easy, not much separating them. I thought She's Not Easy looked very, very well in the canter past. But the comments with Act Naturally prior to the race was she might need the run, so she'll strip fitter. She didn't look she looked uneven in running, Clyde. So I think the flatter Greyville polytrack surface might suit her, and she can certainly come on from that run. Based on jockey bookings, I think She's Not Easy is the stable elect over the likes of number 8 Natalia, who improved in pace last time out. I think she could run into the money. And the first timer, there is a comment in the front of the computer form. Yeah. If not too green, it's got a money chance. So respect the money.
I was hoping to get a Hollywood Bets email. Normally get them by now, but they haven't come through just yet. Maybe it's a bit early. Rachel Vernica did very well with 3 winners yesterday. Hey, was it 3 winners that she had? I think, yeah,
she's on a high. She's on
nice
high.
that she's got that Joburg meeting sorted now, which is good to know. Here's the bipod, guys. We'll put it up for you. It's 3, 5, 7, 8. Then we're going 2 and 8, then 1 and 3. And Daryl, you bankering the 5 later on?
Yes, Clyde, that's in the race number 4, number 5, Q Wing. I'd be very disappointed if he misses a top 2 position.
Okay, well, that's your bipod. Take it up to you. Spend it once, twice, or whatever you can afford. Second race time of the recording, the 5 horses been taken out. This particular event is a maiden plate, and it's run over the mile on the poly. In terms of the betting, let me give you an idea as to what's going on. The latest is that this horse, Captain Catman's the favourite at 12-10. Second choice, number 4, Aurora Storm, who's traded at 33-10 this morning. And number 2, Wave Warrior, the other Paul Matchett horse, is trading at 7-2. PA time, Darren, what's the plan?
I thought between numbers 3 and 4. Now, Aurora Storm, that was a fair debut behind Fire Lord. We've seen the form line being franked, and he's going to appreciate the step up to a mile. So I'll favour him over Captain Catman, who has been doing good late work over 1,400 and could appreciate the extra. For third, Wave Warrior. For fourth, Unique Power.
Okay, so Aurora Storm's only had the 1 run, and I see the form has been pretty solid, Daryl. Fire Lord's come to win, and Whiskey's come as well, so it's quite strong.
I think in time to come, he can certainly be the best horse to progress from this race, Clyde. But he's only having his second start. He's very inexperienced, but plenty of scope for improvement. I'm leaning towards number 8 over here, Unique Power. Now, I know he's held on form by number 2, Wave Warrior, but Clyde, he was green behind runners on that occasion. I like the fact that he's drawn out wide because he's a big solid son of Trippy, and I'm hoping he can get first run on them around the bend. And I think he can improve on his latest two efforts. His debut was encouraging, albeit against a weak bunch, but plenty went wrong on that occasion. So he is my first pick, ahead of the likes of Wave Warrior, who is held on his latest start by Aurora Storm, but that was on the turf. He's a much better poly sort, and he's well drawn. I think he'll definitely be in the money. And then health respect for Captain Catman. The winner on that occasion got first run on him. He was stuck on the fence. He was staying on, but he is limited. And then Aurora Storm could be anything. But unique power for me as my first pick.
Your first choice, unique power. Okay, it'll be interesting to see how Aurora Storm, how much progress is made there with Calvin Habibon. But let's take a look at our PA. Here's what we're doing. Gave 3 and 4. Then Darren, I see you got a few bankers in this PA too.
Yes, my main banker on the card is Q Wing in the third leg. I'm very confident about a big run. I'm going 3 and 4 by 1, by 5, by 6 and 7, by 2, 3, 4, by 7, by 1, 5 and 8 at a cost of 360 Rand. We'll give it to you 10 times.
Or otherwise you can get it for 36 Rand and take it once. Entirely up to our punter. On to the third. Welcome back to Weighted to Win. It's good to have you all with us. Race number 3. It's pick 6 time now. We hope we can catch that pick 6 again. There's a maiden class and it's back on the poly. It's over the mile. Sean Terry's got this horse's expressivity. Keegan DeMello's riding it. Only had the one run. There's been a winner from there, Magic Inspirations. Come there, a few runners as well. Not a bad form line at all. So how confident are you with the Sean Terry or Darren Burrows?
Well, there's a lot of market support, so you've got to take that into account. Fair debut behind Russian Doll. That was in the Breeders' Stakes. I'm leaning towards Aspustaki. That was a very good second last time out. She showed pace and stayed on all the way to the line. That was a 1400. I think she's going to appreciate the mile. 2.5 kilos off her back, 1 draw. I think everything in her favour, but the race is more wide open than that. But I'm going 1, 3, followed by 6 and 7.
Okay. Aspustaki, you like it?
Yes, she is my first pick. Clyde, you know the computer form shows that she set up second and she stayed second. That wasn't the case because going into that final furlong of the race, she dropped out to about 4th or 5th and she really rallied late, and to me that confirms that she's going to appreciate the step up in trip. She's got the racing experience on her side, a 1 draw, she's got good early toe, and I'll make her the one to beat. Now, Alto Alex did come out and run 3rd in a juvenile plate next time out. So, in a weakish sort of lineup, she's going to be my narrow first selection ahead of the likes of number 3, Expressivity. Now, that was a fair debut, Clyde. It was against winners. She only got into that race very late. Another one that should appreciate the step up in trip. But she's only having her second start. And because of that fact, I'm leaning towards Aspustaki because she's got more racing experience on her side.
Yeah. Interesting enough, we talk about the Badenhorst family, Clanky Badenhorst. You know that whole family? I used to look after the PE track, married into the family, the Lawton family. Ricky Lawton used to be the clerk of scales at Turfentine many years ago. In fact, he was the clerk of scales with Mark Rushton and the guys. And it just brings back very fond memories of the family. So Aspustaki is the one to beat maybe for the boys. I don't know, this horse Expressivity, you say it's only had the 1 run, but run with winners, lots of improvement to come. It's going to be interesting. Pick 6s, let's put it up. Here we go, we're going 1 and 3 by 5 and 7. So the first leg's an absolute 2-horse race, then 5 and 7 the second leg, then 3, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going the whole field. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and the last leg 1, 5, 6, and 8. So, Daryl, you can spend 268 Rand.
Clyde, you gave us a long speech there about the family, and then go into the other one.
Yeah, correct. When you mention their family, it's a nice, sensitive moment of good memories. Always good memories in racing. That's what it's about. Anyway, let's get this pick 6 on. Thank you very much. The race about to run. Okay, back with us now on to race number 4 we go, and this is a handicap. It's for the apprentices, and it's run over the mile. We're on the poly. Let's have a look at the market, what World Sports Betting are indicating in this race. They say Q-Wing, well, we did the show at 10 o'clock this morning, 5-2. Number 7, Napoleon, is at 3-1. Then 3, Stanley's at 11-2, and Forest Jumper, 6-1. Q-Wing, lots of talk about the favourite. Darren, you in the same corner?
Yes, last time out we tipped him with confidence and we landed a big gamble. This time out, I think he'll follow up. He's a horse with an electrifying turn of foot, and he will appreciate the step up to a mile. If there is to be a danger, it will be Napoleon. On collateral form, he is better off at the weights, but I think Q Wing's an improving sort, and I think he'll win.
Okay. Interesting. It's an apprentice race, so all the boys get together and compete. Of course, Carl Straden being previous apprentice champion and talented boy.
Yeah, and more importantly, he knows the source better this time around, Clyde. He got the job done last time. Despite it being a touch on the short side for him, gonna love the step up in trip. Only got a £3 penalty. Now on paper, Napoleon has to be the right one because he's 2 kilograms better off for a half a length beating, and he does enjoy the surface. But I really like the way Q-Wing turned it on last time out, and I do believe he's gonna love the mile this time. So he's a confident first pick ahead of Napoleon. I think you can take a few exactas over here.
Since it's an apprentice race, what about the new apprentice champion, Rachel Venica? Give it a chance, patronage or?
Yeah, I think there is a equipment change. The blinkers come off. Last run was very, very disappointing. You know, you always have to consider, especially in apprentice handicaps with that 1.5 kg allowance. But I prefer the other two, Clyde.
Okay, well, we got the message. Let's get straight in. Q-Wing is where the confidence lies, no doubt, and this is what we're doing. We're going straight up with Q-Wing, so the boys will be taking the 2.5, 3-1 available about this horse. Onto a handicap at the 86 level. They're going 1,800 metres on the poly. Market's got Willow's Wish as the favourite at 15-10. Second choice, number 7, Ideal Act, who's trading at 6-1. It's quite a big price, I thought. And then Aramagum's at 7-1. And then you've got number 5 on the card, Tababua, who's trading at 8-1. Then it's double figures about the others. Willow's Wish perhaps too far last time. What do you think, Darren?
Well, he moved up strongly and didn't quite finish his race off the final 100. But on the poly, he ran second. He came from a long way back that day in his penultimate start, and he was flying home. He does look the horse to beat, but I have got respect for Ideal Act. He's an ideal willed out of a JPEG mare. He's going to love the step up in trip. The furthest he's been is a mile where he won over. This could be anything over this sort of trip. So 6 and 7 to fight it out, followed by numbers 3 and 8.
Yeah, he's an ideal willed out of a JPEG mare. You would imagine that he'd probably get the ground. Your first choice, Daryl?
You know, there's plenty of ideal worlds that don't stay, Clyde. He's yet to prove it. Let's see how he goes. He has taken a tug in his races in the past, so more importantly, he needs to settle in running to see out the extra. You know, Willow's Wish last time out, he had the race absolutely sewn up. He looked home and hosed, just came up for air that final 50. The key of years that drop back in trip, and more importantly, the blinkers get fitted for the first time. I think that will be a winning move, Clyde, because in his penultimate start on the poly track, he only got into that race very, very late. So I do believe he'll be a touch closer to the pace this time round. And we saw that form line being franked. The third place runner won with being Fight Song. So Willow Wish, a confident first selection, ahead of the likes of Arumagam. Now, he's ultra consistent on the poly track. He's got a great draw. He tends to race handy. A lot will be in his favour. But he's going to have to fend off Willow Wish inside that final furlong. So Willow Wish, 6 from the 3 for me.
6 from the 3 for Daryl. That's the plan. Let's get our bets up and put pots up and see what we're going to do in this event. And the exotic looks as follows. Second jackpot, we're going 3, 6, 7. So we'll put them all in. That's Aramagam, Willow's Wish and Ideal Act with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the second leg. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And last leg of the last jackpot today, 1, 5, 6 and 8. That will cost you 360 Rand. Well, right now it can be argued that Com Naidu is one of the stables that is having a fantastic run. He's got Magically as favourite at 2-1, with the second choice being Miss Magician from the Sean Starry stable. And then you've got Willamee at 7-2, third choice for the Puller Yard. Can we go Magically, Darren?
I thought the betting, it's more open than what the betting suggests. You know, Magically, she is a front runner. She's going to go to the head of affairs with 49.5 kilos and probably try and keep on rolling. But there's a horse that's going to be running on strongly from off the pace. I think she's the rank outsider at 14-1, Ride the Lightning. Her rating's down to a very competitive mark. She is a course and distance winner, and I think she could give a lot of cheek to the fancied runners. Of the rest, Willow Me can't be ignored. Ethiopian Queen can improve, and Miss Magician.
Okay, you like Darren's outsider, rank outsider in the race?
I prefer others, but I've been wrong many a time before, Clyde. I'm leaning towards Miss Magician, number 6. Now, there's very little separating herself and Magically on their later starts. Magically never got to the front on that occasion. She may be better when up front dictating. Appears that she's going to get there quite comfortably today. But Miss Magician, last time I took a bump at the start, she had to switch towards the outside. So I'm favouring her to reverse that form. And obviously Willow Me, number 4. Now she's very lightly raced. Disappointing effort last time out, but that was over the 6 furlongs. You know, she had some moderate sorts around her in Honeyland and Trip to Royalty. But I do believe she's going to prove better than that. And being back in a 5 furlong, the pace will certainly suit her, and she's got plenty of scope for further improvement. But Miss Magician is a bit of a course and distance specialist. She always runs an honest race, and I expect nothing less from her today.
Okay, let's get a bet up. What we're going to do in this race, the boys have put this race 6 together. They decided to take quartets, and we're going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the 5 runners in the race, and we're spending 120 Rand. On to race number 7, an apprentice handicap. It's over 1,000 metres. And here, let's have a look at the market where they got 2 to 1 top of the boards. Number 7, Pacific Warrior. From the Tinu Prinsloo stable, they had a winner, of course, in the last 48 hours or thereabouts. So they're in good form. Edward Longshanks is the second choice, number 1 at 11 to 2. Number 2, Let's Get Together, is trading at 11 to 2. And you can get 7, 8 to 1 about Bless Me Fred. Tough race, Darren?
Not really. I thought the favourite Pacific Winter, the horse to beat. You know, the stable were very confident about a double on Monday. Iron Chef into Pacific Winter. And Iron Chef did arrive. They expect Pacific Winter to go close. The blinkers are removed. He can tug in his races. He'll relax with the blinkers off, the 1.5 kilos off his back. I think he's the horse to beat over horses like Edward Longshanks, Let's Get Together, and Bless Me Fred.
Okay. I see the form was very sound. Master Kiku come to win, One Too Many come to win. Straight from there.
How did we let One Too Many run loose?
I don't know how you let it go.
I've been for that. Darren's been for it.
Correct.
And we knew he was going to pop up one of these days. And
Yeah.
just...
Can we fire Pacific Winter? Are you as confident
No,
as Darren?
I'm not. I love the look of number 6 over here. What price is he, Clyde?
Who?
Drogarati.
Number six. Say that again.
Drogarati.
Drogarati, number 6. Where are you?
Oh, let me...
Well, it's at the bottom of the boards. It's 20 to 1.
Well, I can't believe he's at that price.
Drogarati, Lafferty had a
in his
winner.
penultimate start, he was
How did
returning...
Lafferty come and beat us on Monday with that horse? On Sunday, what was it called? It come to beat the Bayou.
The Bayou,
How did he
yeah.
come and beat
Ricardo.
us a short dead? Well done, Lef. Well, what does Lef say to me all the time? Well done. Well done. Well done, Lef. So can we take the 20 to 1 Drogu, whatever it's called?
I think he's worth a bet, Clyde. You know, in his penultimate start, he was returning from a 6-month layoff. And he's a much better 5 furlong horse. You can see both his career wins have been over 5 furlong. He only tied very late on that occasion. Then last time out was on the turf. He found interference back on the poly track, back in a 5 furlong, 2.5 kgs off his back. I'm shocked to see him at that price. I do believe he represents the value in the race. So Drogarati for me.
And the Bayou comes from there, eh? That form line. It comes from Master Kiku's form line that you like.
Oh, maybe.
So it's all making sense. 2 of us come to run second. Only a few have run. So maybe you've picked up a bit of a shrewd here. All right, the odds are about to be slashed on a horse that Daryl Marie likes called Drogarati, although Darren Burrows says Pacific Winter's the one to beat, which means in horse racing language, let's put it up. This is what we're going to do. Yeah, we can double float. Maybe let's do that. Let's take a quartet double floating 6 and 7 with a field, or otherwise a trifecta 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. That's the plan, or even straight up swingers, 6 and 7. We'll leave it to you. And the last apprentice handicap of the afternoon, run over 1,400 metres. It's a handicap at the 65 level. Of course, as you know, we are on the poly. 8th race has got this horse, Lady Heist, as favourite at 3 to 1, top of the boards. Second choice, number 8, Royal Kitty, who's at 4 to 1. And number 6, Green Dream, is at 6 to 1, joins with a 9, Arctic Princess. Tough race, I guess, certain market anyway. And perhaps we need a double figure horse here. What do you got, Darren?
Yes, we actually landed on the same horse in double figure odds. I think 14-1, shaken not stirred. Now, she's only been the 1400-meter trip once, where she was staying on very strongly at the finish. And since then, she's been racing over 1200, 1000 meters and didn't quite get into the race. Back over 1400, one draw, 52 kilos. She receives 8.5 kilos from your favorite, Lady Heist, who is in form and has a chance. And the best of the rest, Royal Kitty, with only 51.5.
Okay, nice price. 14. What price? At 14-1. What is it? Let me just pull it up
Shaken
again and
not
have a look.
stirred,
Shaken not, yeah, 14-1. Daryl?
Yeah, I also fancy her chances. I know Green Dream's been scratched, but if you go back to the 25th of May, she would have met Green Dream on 8 kilogram better weight terms. Darren's touched on all the favourables in her favour, Clyde. One draw, I just hope she breaks well and goes a bit handy, because you don't want to be giving away weight and start with such low weight, Clyde. You want to be in contention. But the favourite is certainly the filly that's going to give her the most amount of trouble. She's making her handicap debut. She stepped up nicely to the plate in her later start. She won start to finish over the same course and distance. There's no reason to believe she's not going to progress further. She's very lightly raced. So Lady Heist and Shaken Not Stirred to fight out the final race.
Okay. Those, whilst Green Dream has been scratched, I can tell you can still get 14-1 about Shaken Not Stirred, which were at the time this morning anyway. Let's put our bets up. Final race on the card. We're going Shaken Not Stirred. That's race 8. The each way. Play that on number 1.